Hi, I'm Dr. Greg Grillo with Express Dentist, and I want to talk today just about something that seems fairly elementary and simple, and that is just 10 good ways to take care of your teeth. Some of them will be very obvious to you, and there might be a couple of things that you've never really thought of before. But first of all, brush your teeth. Just that simple act of brushing. That's something that you want to do twice a day. You want to use a soft bristled brush. You want to use the right technique. You want to take a couple of minutes. So 2 times a day for 2 minutes. And if you do that, that goes a long ways to remove the plaque that builds up on your teeth. But number 2 is flossing. So why is flossing so important if we're already brushing? That's because up to 40% of your tooth surface is missed by a toothbrush, and only the floss can get in between the teeth and remove that sticky plaque that builds up and causes cavities and gum disease. Number 3, you want to avoid tobacco, and that includes smoking and smokeless tobacco. This is one of the leading risk factors for oral cancer. Oral cancer can afflict up to 50,000 people a year in the United States. And that exposure to tobacco not only puts you at risk of cancer, but it can also put you at higher risk of gum problems and cavities. And number 4, you may not like this one, but avoid coffee, tea, and sodas. Why is that the case if coffee and tea are healthy? It can be that they would stain your teeth a little bit, but that's something that you can manage. But some of these types of drinks have a fair amount of acid in them. Obviously, sodas can have sugar, and people wonder if diet sodas would be okay. But it turns out that diet soda is actually fairly acidic. It's very acidic. And of course, coffees and teas can have sugars or syrups added, which can be very detrimental to your oral health. So maybe a better way is to be careful with the beverages that you drink. Also, follow a healthy diet. Now, this seems pretty obvious, but a healthy diet affects not just your mouth, your oral health, but also affects your entire body. And the mouth is really the gateway to the body. So we want to make sure that we're having a healthy diet so we get the right kind of nutrition and also limit those simple carbohydrates that can cause cavities as well. And then number 6, be sure to visit your dentist. Twice a year is a good rule of thumb, at least once a year, but twice a year keeps people out of trouble and also allows us to detect problems very early on in the process, and that can be very beneficial, of course. And then number 7 is limit sugary foods. Now, that goes along with that healthy diet concept. But we have to be careful that we're watching out for all the hidden sources of sugar. And sugar can be very detrimental to the body in general, but it's a food source for the bacteria that cause cavities. And so we really want to be careful that we're limiting any sugary foods. And here's one that a lot of people miss, and that is if you are involved in anything that's close to a contact sport, wear a mouth guard. And mouth injuries are very common. Flying elbows and foreheads. Basketball is actually one of the leading causes of mouth injuries. And so consider wearing a mouth guard. If you have kids, make sure that they're wearing a mouth guard to avoid very costly and painful dental injuries. And then number 8, be sure to rinse your mouth with some type of an effective antibacterial mouth rinse and chew a sugarless gum that includes xylitol. And that really goes the same with the rinse. I would recommend finding a rinse that actually has xylitol in it. Xylitol is a natural sweetener, but it's also antibacterial and can help prevent cavities in multiple ways. And number 10, I would recommend that for most patients that you use a fluoridated toothpaste. Be sure that if kids are using a fluoridated toothpaste, that they spit that out and rinse thoroughly afterwards so that they don't ingest anything extra. But that mineral can be helpful in preventing cavities as long as it's very wisely and carefully used. So just 10 ways that you might want to consider to help prevent cavities and gum disease and protect your oral health in general. And here at Express Dentist, we have a trusted network of dentists that we can help connect you with. So please feel free to reach out to us, and we'll put you in contact with somebody in our network who can help you and help protect your oral health and enhance your oral health so you can keep your teeth for a lifetime. Thank you so much.